Chapter 3.
"Here," said Ganpati. "Yes, right here and now," growled the lion, lifting his paw to strike. "Wait, they'll never believe you," said Ganpati. "Who?" the lion asked, pausing. "The other lions will never believe you killed a man all by yourself." The man had a point. If he went back to his family now and told them he had killed a man, they would want proof. He'd better take the man to the forest so that the other lions could see him. "Get on my back, and if you make the slightest noise or try to escape, I'll finish you off then and there," warned the lion. Ganpati got on the lion's back without a word. At least he had saved himself from immediate death. The lion set off for the jungle, but it was slow going, for Ganpati was quite a load. They had only gone a short distance when the lion paused to rest. He, however, kept a grim eye on Ganpati as the young man sat down quietly. "There's no escape for you this time," said the lion. Ganpati did not reply. "What's the matter?" taunted the lion. "Saying your prayers?" "I already have," replied Ganpati. "As a matter of fact, I was thinking of what my wise father once told me." "What was that?" "He said that when there's a problem you can't solve and you can see no way out of it, that's the best time to turn the problem right around, so that it will go the way you want." This made no sense to the lion. "I never heard such nonsense," he grumbled. "Oh, you wouldn't say that if you heard of the clever monkey who always changed his losses into gains," remarked Ganpati. "How was that?" asked the lion, always tempted by a story. "Well, it was like this," began Ganpati. "One day this monkey got a thorn stuck in his tail. He tried to pull it out, but without success, so he began to wail loudly. He made such a noise that a passerby stopped to see what was the matter. This kind person offered to try to remove the thorn. He took out a fine knife and tried to gently prise out the thorn. But the monkey would not keep still and moved suddenly. The knife slipped and off came the monkey's tail. The lion roared with laughter at the thought of the monkey losing his tail and said that it served him right for being so fidgety. That's what everyone said, but do you think the monkey was going to keep quiet about it? Oh no! He screamed, and he ranted at the man who had tried to help him. "Put back my tail," said the monkey. But how could the poor man do that? "Then give me the knife," screeched the monkey. What could the man do but give him his knife? The monkey went away quite pleased with the bargain. True, he had no tail to swing from now, but he had a sharp knife which he could put to several uses. "I would hate to see the monkey with a knife," said the lion. "You never know what mischief he would get up to." Exactly. Anyway, as this monkey walked along, he saw some boys trying to divide a small pile of green mangoes between them. But there were too many boys and too few mangoes. So, naturally, they began to quarrel. The monkey stopped to listen. He was ready to enjoy the fight that would surely break out. I like fights too, said the lion, unless they get serious. Well, these boys didn't actually fight. Because suddenly one boy happened to notice the monkey's knife. He asked the monkey for it so that they could divide the mangoes into equal portions. The monkey handed over the knife and the boys began to cut up the mangoes. But one mango had such a tough skin that, alas, the knife broke. The boys were aghast. The monkey was enraged, and you can't imagine the fuss he made. He must have created a racket. When these monkeys begin chattering, they can drive you mad. Exactly. The poor boys didn't know what to do. The monkey demanded that they either mend the knife or give him the mangoes. The knife couldn't be mended, so the boys gave him the mangoes. Convinced that he had made a good bargain once again, the monkey went on his way happily, taking a bite from the delicious mangoes from time to time. Soon he had only one mango left. Green mangoes are very sour, commented the lion. I once tried one and was certain that all my teeth would immediately fall out. But monkeys, just love fruit. And this monkey must clearly have enjoyed the mangoes, or he wouldn't have minded so much when he lost the last one. Lost it? Actually, he gave it away. He came across an old woman sitting under a tree, eating her midday meal. She was mumbling as she ate. When the monkey asked her what she was mumbling about, she said she would have liked something tasty to go with the rice. So the monkey offered her the last mango. But as soon as she bit into it, he set up such a howl that the old woman was startled. "What on earth is the matter?" she asked. "My mango," sobbed the monkey. "You've eaten it." "Stupid monkey," growled the lion. "Why did he give her the mango if he didn't want her to eat it?" Stupid, wasn't it? The woman couldn't understand it either. Even so, she tried to console the monkey. But do you think he listened? Ultimately, he demanded that she give him the rest of her food. By this time, she would have done anything to get rid of this noisy and troublesome creature. So she packed up her food and gave it to the monkey. The monkey was very pleased with the exchange, for he was beginning to get hungry. "Is that the end of the story?" asked the lion. Not at all, for when the monkey had only eaten half the food, he heard the beating of a drum close by. So he went to see what was going on. He saw a man sitting on the roadside beating a drum, but the road was deserted and there was no one to hear him. "Strange," said the lion. "Why was he beating a drum?" The monkey asked him the same. The drummer replied that he was far from the nearest village and he hoped somebody would hear his drum and help him. The monkey asked him what kind of help he wanted. The drummer said he was hungry and wanted to know where he could get something to eat. The monkey had some food left, but why should he give it to the drummer? "Why indeed?" said the lion, "unless there was something to be gained from it." Just so, the monkey thought it over and asked the drummer whether he could give him anything in exchange. The drummer had only two drums, a big one and a small one. And he offered the small drum in exchange for some food. When the monkey saw the small drum, he liked it so much that he readily gave the remainder of his food for it. The drummer was grateful and the monkey very pleased. He felt as though all his wishes had been fulfilled. What do you think he did then? Made trouble for someone else? No, not this time. He climbed happily to the top branch of a tree and sang this song, beating the drum as accompaniment. I lost my tail, but I gained a knife. Bong, bong, bong. The knife went too, but the fruit were mine. Bong, bong, bong. Instead of the fruit, I got some rice. Bong, bong, bong. I lost the rice, but this drum is fine. Bong, 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 bong. People never got tired of listening to his song because they felt it was the most cheerful song they had ever heard. Then, what happened? That's the end of the story. The monkey kept going bong bong, that's all. Bong 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 went the lion too. He paused for a minute and then said, "Now I have got you. Bong bong bong." "That's right," said Ganpati, "and you got two good stories out of me." The lion decided it was time to move, so he made the Brahmin get on his back again and headed deeper into the jungle. Ganpati had meanwhile been thinking about ways of escaping. He had a plan which he thought might work. He made knots in the four corners of the towel he had over his shoulder. A minute later, he undid one of them, peered into it, and exclaimed, "Are you there? That's good. Just hang on." Then he tied the knot again. The lion heard him and growled, "Who are you talking to?" "Oh, no one," said the Brahmin. "Just carry on." So the lion went on, but 5 minutes had hardly gone by when the lion heard Ganpati saying, "Are you there? Oh, I'm glad. Just hang on." "Who on earth are you talking to?" the lion asked again, a bit irritated now. "Myself," said Ganpati. "I often do that." The lion was becoming suspicious. He couldn't see anyone to whom the young man could have been speaking. Maybe Ganpati was talking to himself, he thought. 5 minutes later, Ganpati undid the third knot in his towel and, just as he had done before, said, "Are you there? That's good. Just hang on." This time, the lion dumped him on the ground, stood over him, and snarled, "You better tell me who you were talking to just now, or I'll kill you right away." Now, everything was going according to Ganpati's plan. But he knew that with the lion standing over him, he was still in great danger, unless his plan worked out exactly right. Ganpati took a deep breath, steadied himself, and said, "I was only checking on my possessions." "Possessions?" The lion could not make head or tail of his statement. As far as he could see, Ganpati had nothing but the clothes he wore. "Yes, can't you see the 4 knots at the corners of my towel?" "Well, what do you have in them?" "My most precious possessions. I was afraid they had fallen out when you carried me off in such a hurry, So I asked them if they were all right. This surprised the lion even more. "What kind of possessions are these that you can talk to them?" he asked. "What? Don't you know that we human beings like to keep pets? Some of us keep dogs, some keep cats, some pigeons, some ducks, some keep mongooses, some—" all right, interrupted the lion. "I get the idea. And what pets do you keep?" "Oh, my pets are really special," said Ganpati enthusiastically. "They are the dearest, cleverest, sweetest, cutest things you ever saw. You'll fall in love with them at once. And the sounds they make keep me laughing all the time. Once when I had to—" The lion became very impatient with the way Ganpati rambled on and on. "Shut up and get to the point," he snapped. "What pets do you keep?" Ganpati smiled to himself. His plan was working. "That's simple," he said. "I keep donkeys, 4 healthy, strong donkeys. Just the kind that kicked you this morning. Only bigger." When Ganpati said this, the change in the lion was comic. At the word donkey, he took a quick step back, and his eyes grew round with alarm. His memory of the kick he had got that morning was painful. In fact, he had a black eye and several aches and pains because of the incident. The lion certainly didn't want to meet a donkey again. Never again. And certainly not 4. The thought scared him so much, he trembled. Seizing his chance, Ganpati said, "Would you like to see my 4 donkeys? I don't mind showing them to you." "4 donkeys?" The lion's blood ran cold at the thought. If one donkey could kick him so hard, what would 4 donkeys do? Finish him off for good. The thought had barely crossed his mind when he saw Ganpati grasp a knot of his towel, ready to undo it. "Good Lord," thought the lion. "Now 4 donkeys will get at me." The lion did not hesitate any longer. He turned round and fled. Never had a lion run so fast. In 10 seconds, he was out of sight. Ganpati was left chortling at the success of his plan. Oh, how he laughed! Then Ganpati found his way home. He didn't immediately tell anyone about how clever he had been. But one fine day, someone or the other got the story out of him, and Ganpati became quite a hero in his village. As for the lion, with age came wisdom. The more he thought about it, the more he was convinced that he had been fooled. One small donkey in a towel might be a tight fit, but 4?